Okay, so my name is Ian, and well, this is Green's Garage Racing. Me and my dad isn't here right now. He's getting out nitrous filled because nitrous. Anyways, so if you guys all have seen my videos, I have a car named Load of Purchase. It is a 6-liter LS with 1 kit of nitrous. Well, we need another kit. Anyways, so you guys saw my videos last night. We were testing. The car basically, it seemed like it was hitting the rev limiter. We don't know 100%. It wasn't actually getting the two-step when I was on the two-step. When I was holding on, trying to brake. It wasn't actually going to the two-step. Don't know why. We assume it was the torque converter being too tight. So I have my spare torque converter, which is looser. We will put that in. Not today. Tomorrow. I'm too lazy to do today, and we have a race at 12. So, heading back out there to the street to race. Anyways, yeah, it's basically it. It's a small tire car, needs a lot of work, but I didn't build it, so I bought it. It was cheaper than actually going to buy a car, so yeah. It was cheaper to buy the car than build my other car, which I had, which we actually named Smurf, but I didn't have the money to finish that car. But the money that I had saved up for that car, I could go buy that car already finished. So yeah, that's what we did to get that car, and that's how the car's basically the story of the car. That's really all I got. You guys will be seeing the races today. I won't be doing much talking or recording like this throughout the video. Maybe when I'm done with the passes or something, I'll do it like this. Like Shadalas. Anyways, something like that basically. So, the car last night was basically, it seemed like it was hitting the rev limiter. We couldn't figure it out why. I kept trying to make it not hit the rev limiter, but it kept acting like it was hitting the rev limiter. And it wasn't on the two-step like we wanted to. We set the RPMs at like 4,300. It wasn't going to 4,300. It was stopping at like 38. So we assumed the torque converter was too tight and wasn't allowing it to actually get RPM that we wanted out of it. So tomorrow I will be changing the torque converter to my looser one. I'll make a video of that tomorrow. So yeah. But anyways, so that's what I'm doing with this car right now. We're gonna go testing, we're gonna go racing. So we think we fixed it. We lowered the RPMs back down to like 36 on my trans brake, and we raised the nitrous a lot. I was leaving on like 20% because I'm using a progressive system. I was leaving on like 20% on a 300 shot. Now I'm leaving on about 50% of a 300 shot. So we lowered the RPM launch and we raised the nitrous. I was leaving on 30% last time. Those passes, 32%. Now I'm launching, except for the first one. The first one was a 28. First one, the car did shoot right. I think we did pick the wheels off of the ground, but the suspension wasn't tuned. We had no tune in suspension at all. They were at 0 in the back, and the front was at like whatever the heck the car was when we bought it. And the car shot towards right. That was my first nitrous pass. It was faster than my dad's. It's funny. Anyways, it shot towards the right. That's why the video went so fast. Then we did it again. Only difference between the suspension this time, and I upped the nitrous in the beginning because we thought the car would blow tires off. It has no ballast in the car at all. I had no ballast in that car all the night. I was very surprised and I was very ecstatic that that car actually hooked every time. The top end, on the other hand, was a little sketchy. Next pass, we did it again, but that time it went straight. The car went straight. I was able to keep it straight, and it went nice. It was fast. It didn't stop like usual, but it was fast. So then we took the car, drove it back, didn't change anything on the tune, and then we went to we just did. Sorry guys, I had to end the video early, or that section of the video, but we're going to the race now. It's 11 o'clock, so see you guys when we get there. Okay, so we got there. We were there about 10 minutes before. Okay, we got there like literally like just as we were supposed to be there. We got the car unloaded, got everything ready, started getting everything ready, got the nitrous bottles hot. And they called up driver meeting.
Anybody with a number 4?
Number 4.
There you go, you got the vibe, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
So y'all know this kid is 16 years old. This is his first time doing anything. He's nervous and shit. So if he needs any help, let's try and help him out. Now, for the buy, are we doing competition buy or you guys want to keep it quiet? I prefer to keep it quiet so we keep rolling. Fair enough? If it's up to you, dude. You want to take a hit, go ahead. But if you want to keep
a hit.
Yeah? Alright, cool.
Yeah,
What's your name again, guys?
Ian Green.
Ian Green. Alright, y'all don't forget that name. He's gonna be signing autographs later for y'all.
Yes, he is.
Alright, we gotta wait a few more minutes for you to come out of there. As soon as he's out of our way, we'll go ahead and
No hero shit. Number 5.
There ain't no 5.
There's no 5.
We walked up there, put in our own money, and we all went to draw. I was nervous because they gave the streetcars a hit. They gave them the hit and the car out. I was the slowest car there. I know I was. My fastest pass was a 660. That was last night. But yeah, it was my fastest pass, and I did up the power a lot from that. Still running a 300 shot nitrous on a small LS. So I couldn't add much more power, but we did pull it in faster and higher launch at 0.1 of a second. So it was way more power, way faster. So I draw mine. I hear 1. I'm sitting there. I got the number 4 chip. There's 7 of us. I'm sitting there with the number 4 chip. I'm like, I didn't even think about the buy. I was completely and totally out. I was totally nerve-wracking nervous. I didn't know if they had like the weird or anything. They said they called out 1, 2, 3, and I look at like the buy. I'm like, I got it, and I just literally threw my hands up in the air. I could not tell you guys how it felt getting the buy. So I was already in the second round. I was like, okay, second round, just gonna test. They asked if I want to do the hit, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do the pass. So we get back to the car. My tuner's still working on the car. He tuned the car. He got the car nice and tuned. Or he got the car tuned the way it was supposed to be. Made sure it was good. We lowered it actually from the tune I put in it, or from the tune and another tuner I had, or there was another tuner that was there. He helped us, but we upped it to like 50% of a 300 shot we were going to launch it on. Well, my other tuner, the one that has tuned that car before, said lower it a little bit. So he lowered it, brought it in a little faster, brought it in linearly. Apparently it's supposed to be linear. Anyways, got it and changed it. I got in the car. I had to get like ready because by the time I was back there, I got all my stuff ready. Everybody was already getting up and racing. So they did everybody did. The passes, I went up there. I got my pass done. I was doing a burnout. I was backing up. I got on the trans brake. I'm like, okay, it's on the trans brake. It's actually, I don't have a dash in the car, so I don't know my RPM or anything in the car. I gotta go off the sound. I was on. I'm like, okay, it sounds like it's on trans brake. It sounds like it's doing good. Trans brake was holding. Brought me up to the line. I was on the line. I let off trans brake, and it was flying. It was fast. It felt fast, and then it did that sputtering thing again. I'm like, why is it doing it? And I'm sitting there and sputtering. I hit the shifter, make sure it shifted. It's still doing it. I'm like, it's in the car, didn't know what to do. Pedaled it. Pedaling it helped / did the terrible job. That was a bad idea. The car blew the tires off the top end. But I still got the pass done. I kept rolling because there was a turn section around at the end of the street. My dad says it was an hour away, or a mile away. I say it was like half a mile. Anyways. Drove down there, started turn around, threw the car in reverse. It didn't go in reverse. Okay, put the car in neutral. Neutral is there. Put the car in first. First is there. High is there. Put it in first or reverse. Still going forward. Strange. Put in a bark. Stops. Put it in neutral. Shut the car off. Backed it up. Called my dad. Said, car lost reverse. Didn't have, like, we had literally just got past first shot. Didn't know what we were going to do. Didn't know, like, the trans brake held, so I was like, okay, the trans brake holding, we'll be able to make it down on the next pass. And I got back down there. I already pushed the car back. I was able to put it back at first and just drive it back. I put it in high, and it seemed like it went in high. I thought it went in high. I was like, okay. Got back to the trailer. Said, all right.
Ian, what'd you get? Hunter E.
Lucky number, bro. You better go get it.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. Let's get ready. You guys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put you down.
Yeah, you guys.
That's way easier. We'll learn your name next time. I promise.
Then I went up for next trip draw. Next trip draw, I drew second pair, I drew third pair against the only other nitrous car there, besides me, because, yay. Anyways, so I drew them. I run back there, run back to the car, start getting work on the car, getting it ready. My dad fixed the cable leakage, so it should have went in reverse, and it didn't go in reverse again. Okay, that's funny. That's weird. Try to put it in neutral. No, neutral doesn't work. Put in reverse, first works, high works. Neutral doesn't work. It's like pulling forward, and so does reverse. Park is kind of there. So we were like, what is happening? We changed, tried to fix it, couldn't fix it, we broke. So we were out second round, we broke the transmission. We called our tuner. He said, the tuner actually built the transmission, the one we were using. He said, we told him exactly what happened to the car. He said that the car melted the high gear. It's powered wide, so it melted the high gear section, so it won't shift out of any gear. Because the cable linkage wasn't in a certain way, it needed to be changed a certain way, and it wasn't on there right apparently, or it wasn't set up right, I guess. That's what the guy told us. So yeah, that was a disappointment. Kind of got knocked out second round because I broke the car. But I was actually very happy, and I had a lot of fun because I actually went rounds, technically. I went to the second round, which I was happy about. Hey, for my first race out there, I didn't race anybody, but I was able to get in there and I tried it. That's what you can do. So we'll get the car fixed. Hopefully be out by next weekend. Be racing again. We had there's another guy there that I call him a buddy. I guess I can call him a buddy, I guess. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. He let me use the draggy last night, which is how I told my time. My last two passes, he let me use it. I had to charge it though, but I used it. Then he offered that we could use his lift to fix my car, which we don't have a lift in here. It's a downside about being here. We need to buy a lift. But we could try doing it on the ground. It'd be very difficult and annoying. I have a motorcycle jack and a normal floor jack, so we can use the motorcycle jack to drop the transmission, I guess. I preferably use that lift because he has nice stuff. So hopefully Tuesday we'll be pulling the transmission out and fixing it. And we might change the torque converter anyways, even though it might not be the torque converter, which is the problem. Because we originally thought the torque converter was too tight for the car. Turns out it wasn't. It was the transmission melting itself. So yeah. That's about it, and that was our weekend. I had fun. A little disappointed we broke the car, but at the same time, after I heard how much the parts were, I'm like ecstatic now because we can actually fix it, and it's not going to be a fortune. I was originally just going to say let's call Rossler and tell him to send it to him and fix it. So originally I was about to transfer him, but I guess we don't need it yet, so we'll hopefully be able to pull out this week and fix it, get it back in the car, and we'll be racing next weekend. And hopefully I'll go rounds, because we had a tune that was so hot in it, we should be blowing tires off. We had no ballast in that car, and it was not blowing tires. I hooked every time. we fix the transmission, we are not gonna probably hook. So unless we put weight in the car, it ain't hooking really. We should put 150 pounds in the back soon with like weight to go get from Dollar General or something, or Walmart. So we'll find out. Well, that's it. Yeah, I guess see you guys next time.